Knicks postgame show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. What a game. Knicks at Chicago. Quentin Grimes on the outside with the Knicks up 1. Under a minute to go in regulation. The Knicks are now up 4. But DeMar DeRozan, 16 of his 32 in the fourth quarter. And off the rejection, down 2. Here comes the Bulls and DeRozan to tie the game at 117 and force OT. In the OT, Knicks up 3, 104 left in the overtime. It's Grimes again, gets the shooter's roll for 3. Knicks up 6. Knicks win by 8. 128 to 120, the final in overtime. The Knicks now won 5 straight, the first time since April of 2021. Great to have you with us. What a win for the Knicks. From our Delta MSG studios, Bill Pito, along with Alan Hahn and Wally Zerbiak. The significance, Alan, winning this game on the road against Chicago. They had won 4 straight, but this is something they really had to gut out.
And they had to gut this one out, and it wasn't their defense, which has been a big part of this winning streak. This was more about making plays late. This was more about, Wally, the stat of the night, clutch. The Bulls, although they made big plays late in regulation to force overtime, they weren't able to do it in the overtime period. And while Julius Randle got them as far as he could, and then that last possession took a really rough shot, it was Jalen Brunson in overtime that sealed the deal. 3 players, 20 or more points. Again, this is when Brunson and Randle and R.J. Barrett have 20 or more points. The Knicks are 5-1 this season. First time this year, though, they've had 2 30-point scores. Their big players got it done late, and then some clutch shots from Quentin Grimes.
Yeah, and boy, is the offense operating in crunch time smoothly. Even when Randle, turned the ball over a few times, they have Alex Caruso guarding Randle at the free throw line. I'll take that any day of the week. I mean, that is like not a good matchup for the Bulls right there. He's going to fight. He's going to try to battle. But most of the time, Randle's going to get a good shot or make the right decision to get someone else a good shot, which he did. He found Grimes for a few open threes. With Jalen Brunson out there, the offense is so much smoother down the stretch of games. And that's what separates the good teams from the mediocre teams in the NBA. Most games are going to come down to the fourth quarter. 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. What's going to happen? Go to overtime. Knicks' offense looked really fluid in overtime.
How many years, guys,
they scored 13 points in overtime. Excuse me, 11 points.
They won 11 OT, 11-3.
And they shut down the Bulls because the Bulls are all one-on-one. I mean, they have DeRozan going one-on-one. They don't have a point guard to make the game easier for everyone else out there. The Bulls are really struggling to find a facilitator and a playmaker, and their game is just all one-on-one with LaVine and DeRozan.
And that's why, we all felt like this was going to be a big game. You knew there was it's always Knicks-Bulls always a big game. But the idea is that in clutch situations, the Bulls have struggled. And they have struggled because of what Wally's just saying. There's no point guard for them. And how many years, Bill, have we talked about the Knicks late in games, late game execution?
It's different. It's
Why?
different.
Without a point guard to get you into your offense. And that's the difference between these two teams. The Bulls are now 3-11 in clutch situations. The Knicks are now 6-6 in clutch situations, pulling out this win. And it was because of that difference at the point guard position.
And the Knicks dominated the first half, up by 14, up by 9 at the half. Chicago made it close, Wally, in the third quarter. And as we're talking about, the theme was the Knicks able to hang in there late in the game and also in overtime. Let's start with the fourth quarter with really solid execution. Yeah,
it was solid execution, and it's just good NBA basketball. You cause mismatches, and you attack those mismatches. DeMar DeRozan, though, he was phenomenal. 16 for 17 from the free throw line to get to his 30 points. The Knicks really struggled to stop him. He's a scoring machine. There's Alex Caruso knocking down that jumper there. You got to give the Bulls a lot of credit, though. I mean, they hung in there. I mean, there's an example of
Mitchell
a mismatch.
Robinson was a monster on the boards once again.
I agree. I mean, those extra possessions, when you get those stops, you talk about it all the time, and you can't secure the rebound. That's so tough. This was the big shot.
One of them.
That gave them a 117-113 lead, and the Knicks couldn't hold on to it. R.J. Barrett with the miss. How about Mitchell Robinson with the hands? Nice little flush right there. He was all over those boards. And then here's
Brunson on the drive.
Yeah, that's big. Go ahead,
114, 109. Now, this is the Grimes figure you're talking about, though. Watch. Again, triple team, quadruple team. Grimes catch.
Grimes hit 2 monster threes.
Yeah, that's a big one at their end of regulation. Now, here, look, here's the block. As, Julius Randle clearly tired, can't finish there.
Game.
How fast does DeRozan get down the floor? Now we're tied at 117. 24 seconds to go. When you're on the road, Wally, you work for the final shot, right?
You have to make sure it's the final shot.
Yeah, it wasn't quite, and it wasn't quite a great shot. Now, fortunately, what we don't, what
With
show
0.7
there.
seconds left.
0.7 seconds. They try to alley-oop at the rim. They miss, so into overtime we go.
And in overtime, as mentioned, Knicks outscored the Bulls 11-3. Brunson scored 7 of the Knicks 11 in the extra period.
Yeah, he
Talked
got
to Rebecca about how important it was for him to do well back in his hometown, and he came through in the OT.
Yeah, and it seemed like he had a little more left in the tank than Julius Randle did. So it's like it's your turn to cook now. And early on, it's Brunson on the drive, getting into the paint. And that's a tough finish. High
Over
release
Patrick Williams,
off the glass.
over a
Right,
really
exactly.
good
Against the
defender,
big. DeMar DeRozan, though, still had it going here. Spin, beautiful finish. I mean, he had 32 points in this game, and it didn't seem like he was playing well up until the fourth quarter. And look at...
That's great defense, huh?
Great defense to get a
Vucevic, trying
good
to get
center, one-on-one. You don't have to bring a double team. And how about this pass?
Yeah, look at this. There's the big
Triple
block.
team on Randall.
Oh, the bounce!
Look at Tom Thibodeau, even with the arms up. Do it, Thibs.
And then,
That a boy.
Caruso.
Oh, when it's
tired.
icy, it's dicey, Alex Caruso. It's getting chilly out there. What a move by Jalen.
Is there ice on that court?
It might be the ice outside.
Wait a
United
second.
Center.
The United Center's freezing.
Yeah.
Coldest arena
Well,
by
maybe it
far
was
in the NBA.
Maybe it was icy and dicey on the court
Maybe
there.
they're
A
the
lot of
ice
players were
underneath.
slipping around.
It is.
Sorry.
It's chilly.
First of all, how many times have we seen a three-pointer hit a rim, bounce up, and go in against the Knicks over the last X amount of years? How many times have we seen bounces like that? That Grimes shot?
You make your luck. Shooters touch.
Yeah.
Shooters get the rolls.
Yeah.
Good shooters get the plays. Good teams get those breaks. The Knicks right now, they're playing tight. They're getting those momentum plays, and that was an example of
Tell
it.
you, Grimes with huge shots.
Huge.
Huge
4
threes.
7 from downtown in this game. The Knicks were great from 3, 18 of 34 in this game.
And they're the last in the league, and don't get on me. Last.
They're not anymore.
Last in the league in three-point
28th.
percentage. Okay,
Now they're going to be up.
That's what makes
Let's
tonight.
talk about that.
That's what makes tonight
Let's talk
all
about
the more
that they're not going to
significant.
be 28th anymore
All
after
right.
tonight.
Great shooting for the Knicks. Great win for the Knicks. Wally Wall's up next, as well as the post-game comments from Tom Thibodeau. Knicks have won 5 straight. They're now 15-13 on the season.
The Knicks postgame show is presented by Audi. Visit your tri-state area Audi dealer today.
All right, so we got a big night Friday. Knicks and the Bulls again. Pre-game 7:30 game at 8. It is our Gardner Dreams fundraiser throughout our coverage on Friday. So we look forward to that. Over now to the Wally Wall with Allen and Wally.
Thank you, Bill. All right, let's show the 2 clutch threes that really put this game away, finally, for the Knicks, because both of them are an interesting place to look at. And the first one's going to be, so the Knicks are up 3, 122-119. Julius Randle in the paint, triple team, quadruple teamed. He finds Quentin Grimes for a huge three-pointer.
Yeah, Julius Randle just created so many mismatches this whole game. Here, disrespect. Alex Caruso at like 6'5", guarding Julius Randle. Freeze it there. Now look at Julius. He comes in here, and he's got 3 guys around him, and Quentin Grimes is back here. Okay? You can't even see him in the frame here. But Julius Randle knows where his outlets are, and he does a good job of keeping his pivot foot, although he might have switched it right there before he threw it. But we'll read the L2M tomorrow. Kicks it out to Quentin Grimes. Well contested, 3 feet behind the line. Grimes in rhythm, takes the shot. Now here it comes, right off the front perfectly. Look at these 3 guys. Oh, great possession. We got the rebound. We got to stop. Han's going to be happy for our stats. Stop and a rebound. This is what we do. Nope, sorry. You make your own luck. And Quentin Grimes has been playing great basketball. Knicks are hot. They're on fire. They get a huge break on that shot, and that was just a back-breaking 3 that put this game away.
For the record, I'm not happy when the other team gets the defensive rebound. Anyways, okay, so yes, you get the bounce there. He takes that shot with 3.2 on the shot clock, by the way. Knocks it down. Knicks go up by 6. They get another stop. They come back down. And then, when it's icy for Alex Caruso, it's dicey.
Yeah, we're highlighting Alex Caruso a lot. I know he's a good defender, but, I mean, you're asking a lot to put Alex Caruso on Brunson here. Now, here he goes. Whoop! Freeze it there. Here it goes. Look at him. Oh, look at that. He's trying to get up. Oh, poor Alex Caruso. Look at him. He's trying. He's like, yikes, I'm going to be on SportsCenter's top 10 after this one. Please don't make the shot. That's what he's thinking right now. He's like, don't make the shot or it's going to be all over the highlights. But Jalen Brunson at home is not going to miss this one. nails it, nothing but net, and then he has something to say.
Yeah.
That was a nice move. Jalen Brunson put on the brakes, left Alex Caruso in the dust. When it's icy, it's dicey. And game, set, match. What a performance. I'm really happy for Jalen Brunson going back home where he grew up, where he played his high school basketball as a kid.
Yeah.
To put on a show like that for all your friends and family in Chicago, that was a pretty gutty performance, especially after the injury he had the other day.
I think he was yelling, "Somebody get a mop! We got spillage
Yes.
right here, spillage."
Clean the floor.
So the Knicks win 5 in a row for the first time since the end of the 2021 season. Remember that? See, they won 9 in a row. Obviously made the playoffs that year as well. Coach Tom Thibodeau, how pleased is he with this win? We'll get his thoughts right now. Presented by Chase.
How would you describe the defense that you got in overtime there with the fact that you were able to hold those guys to 1 field goal?
It was nice to see. I'd prefer to see it earlier. But you know, and I just told our guys, and they're a very difficult team to guard because of, obviously, when you have DeMar and Zach and Vucevic, they're very gifted scorers, and the other guys play off them very well. So I felt like they got going in that first quarter. They're hard to slow down, and the concern with DeMar was the free throws, and so that was problematic for us. And but I like the way we played offensively. We had, I thought, really good rhythm, made threes, and we really rebounded the ball well. So I think that part was critical for us. And sometimes you just gotta, you have to win games different ways. And the bottom line is just find a way to win.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of the rebounds, it was a massive offensive rebound from Mitch that
Yeah.
led to the Grimes 3
Yeah.
there late. I mean, but really, there were a lot of second efforts that you
Yeah.
got from your team all night.
Yeah, and the scrappiness, and oftentimes that's the difference between winning and losing. It's a hustle play. It's a tip. It's a recovery. It's a kick out. It's a three. Mitch had a big defensive play down the other end as well. We had guys sacrificing, spraying the ball out. We had RJ being in foul trouble, so there was a lot of mixing and matching going on in the game. So the big thing is just find a way to win, take a look at the film, make our corrections, and then playing them again, we know we have to do things a lot better.
At the end of regulation there, Julius has a shot to win it for you guys. That doesn't work out. But then the way he sacrificed his body on the other end to make sure that you guys forced overtime with the seven. Like, as a coach, what do you appreciate?
Yeah, and he's been on a great run all the way around. And, he made so many good plays for us throughout the course of the game. And then to read that play, which he did, and then to lay it all out on put it on the line is, that's a big part of it. That's sacrificing for the team. There's no stat for that, but and then to not be deterred, and then to start the overtime in the right frame of mind to find a way to win the game.
Tom, was there how much effort to get the ball in Jalen's hands more in overtime?
No, it was we were playing through Jalen and Julius, and then we wanted to get the double team and play off of that. And usually when we have RJ, it gives us the third guy, so we can play 3-man game pretty effectively with the 3 of them. And again, like those, we wanted to make sure there wasn't any time at the end. We had a tie score, so get to your spot, take your shot, and Julius on that. It's a good look on that side. You don't want time left, but yeah.
That shot?
Yeah. The thing is you can, if you bring a second guy over, they can trap. They also had a foul to give, and so you're trying to read that. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to go early where it leaves them a chance. And they ended up getting, we didn't because we didn't hit the rim on the play. But, for the most part, I like the way we played.
Seemed pretty good.
Yeah. And it says a lot about him. It's like, it's everything, so coming in, multiple treatments every day, and you just know that becomes his game, that becomes his practice, and he's been through so many different things. He has a strategy for everything, and he's just gets out there and gets it done.
Tom, you mentioned that winning pedigree that he has pregame. Obviously Stevenson High School, Villanova. You can see the way he infuses your team with that kind of mentality. Where do you think that mentality comes from?
Well, I think, I think his parents have done an unbelievable job with him. I think he's benefited from, Rick has played for like an incredible amount of Hall of Fame coaches. And I think that a byproduct of that is the way Rick has taught him the game, and to Jalen's credit, the way Jalen wanted to be. Like, I don't want to underscore how important he was a sponge, and he was a sponge from 6 years old, 5 years old, and I think that Rick has taken the best from the best, and he's given it all to him, and I don't want to overlook the contribution that his mom has made too, because I think it's the total package. He's a great person, he's a great player, and he's made himself into that.
You not only get almost 40 minutes, 30 points from him, but overtime 7 points, and about as emotional as we've seen him at the end. Just when you thought about that, the effort to do that.
Yeah, I think he wants to win. I think that's where his joy comes from. It's the winning, and if he scored 2 points and we won, he would be thrilled. And that's what I love about him. And he loves to win. He loves when his teammates do well. I think it's been great for our team. I think it's the best type of leadership that you can have, is just doing the right things each and every day.
You tell us from Sunday night till pregame that you don't know what his status is, but in your head, you know what he is. Are you thinking, I'm going to get 40 minutes out of him?
I listen to the trainers.
That's a game time decision.
And his father.
All right, Knicks Bulls again Friday from Chicago, 7:30 pregame, game at 8. Our Garden Dreams fundraiser all night long throughout our coverage. A chance for you to contribute to a great cause and also win great prizes. Knicks beat the Bulls tonight in OT. Back from the corner three, presented by Michelob Ultra. Remember to enjoy every bucket. This is significant. Knicks shoot 52%, almost 53% from three, 18 of 34. Al, in their previous best game, shooting the three was 47%. They did very well from deep, and Grimes in particular was huge.
He was 4 of 7, and obviously some clutch ones that he hit in this game, especially late in the last 5 minutes, and then in overtime hitting that other one that was pretty much the dagger three. But it's the three-point shooting that, we talked about Julius Randle getting this team started early in games. I mean, he did it again with a big first quarter, but you knock down some early shots, you get into a good rhythm. The Bulls are not a three-point shooting team, but even they were making some threes early on. But I look, the three-point shooting is great. I look at the Knicks' effort on the boards and again say that they are back to that team, plus 17 on the boards against a Bulls team that's one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the league. So you get 15 offensive rebounds, you get 20 second chance points. All that stuff matters in games like this.
And that's Mitchell Robinson doing a lot of that.
Mitchell Robinson, don't discount Julius Randle. He played 46 minutes tonight, and he was all over the place on those boards. He is so key with his mobility and his versatility to get those rebounds, and his strength, too. I mean, he is strong. He holds his position. That's a big part of that win. But that three-point shot is starting to look good. When R.J. Barrett starts to get going and starts making up for his really slow start at the beginning of the season, having a 4 for 6, I think he was tonight.
4 for 7, yep.
4 for 7. Like, that's going to help their percentages. The way Julius Randle's playing, teams are going to have to bring the double team. So there's going to be open threes to be made. And tonight, Grimes feasted on a lot of those. He had 4 threes also.
All right, speaking of Julius Randle, we're going to hear from him coming up. Randle had a great game tonight with 31. Brunson had 30. R.J. Barrett 22. And the Knicks have won 5 games in a row. Big night Friday, our Garden Dreams fundraiser with the Knicks at the Bulls. Pre-game 7:30, game at 8. Julius Randle after the game with Rebecca Harlow talking about his defense
on the Bulls' last-second attempt to win in regulation.
Just keep going, find a way to win the game. There's a lot of things that will be thrown at you throughout the game, so just find a way to win.
How painful was that, though?
I think I was more tired than hurt, or maybe a combination of both. I don't know. I was just happy that they didn't get the lob.
What can you say about the second efforts that you guys got tonight? I mean, it was all night long, whether it was a rebound or a hustle play, et cetera, et cetera.
It was great. On the road, you got to find ways to win games. It's not always going to be pretty, but we did a great job of, getting timely stops, getting rebounds when we needed to, and then guys just hitting timely shots.
Defensively, you outscored this group 11-3 in overtime. What did you get from your defense late?
We were just solid, kept DeMar off the free throw line, got stops, and then on the other end just executed on offense.
Randall attempted a career-high 15 free throws, and Quentin Grimes was huge, hitting the threes with the game on the line. The Knicks stay in Chicago to play the Bulls Friday. Pregame at 7:30, game at 8. It's our Garden of Dreams fundraiser night as well. Tonight, the Knicks win by 8 in OT. Quentin Grimes clutch three-point shooting. After the game, talking about that was Rebecca Harlow.
Mitchell gets a massive offensive rebound, finds you in the corner for that three. You guys go up 6. How gratifying are those moments for you as a player when you're going to help this team get the win after all the effort that you put into this game tonight?
Yeah, it's big time. It's just so you got to trust your work. You got to stay the course and everything. I know Mitch, we kind of have a little inside joke that he always finds me on daggers. He got me in the dunk earlier in the first half, and then he just always finds me whenever he gets offensive rebounds. So it's just a credit to just playing hard right now. I think we're just kind of just going through, coming in with a strong mindset that we can win every game that we play. So right now we're feeling really good.
Speaking of that mindset, we were just talking to Coach, and he said one of the things that he likes about you in clutch scenarios is that you've got a mental toughness that he really respects. Where would you say that you got that mental toughness from?
Oh, definitely Coach Sampson at University of Houston. That guy, he's going to be on you 24/7, no matter if you're the water boy, the star, it doesn't matter. He's going to be on you 24/7, and he prepares you for moments like this. He prepared me for a couple of moments when I was in Houston that I was able to capitalize on. He definitely prepared me, him and Tibbs, but prepared me for this moment tonight.
Give him some love to the college coach.
Hey, Kelvin Sampson can coach, boy. He is all business. He is all ball. He is all defense and rebounding. That's what he preaches, and his teams are tough. They are tough-minded.
And it's also the fact that he said preparing me for the moment, like making sure you're ready for these moments, and that's certainly those are the shots. You want those shots. You want the ball coming to you in those moments, and Quentin Grimes been kind of waiting to get to this point where he could play that role that you saw he could be at this level when you drafted him. The 3-and-D guy that can fit with 3 other big-time scorers and make big shots like that, this is exactly why they drafted him.
Big game tonight. We got the rematch on Friday night. It's Garden of Dreams fundraiser night. We're on the air at 7:30 with the pregame. Game at 8. Knicks and the Bulls again. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Go. Up next here in MSG, it's a better half hour. Knicks have won 5 straight for the first time since April 2021. They win in Chicago 128-120 in overtime. Another big game from Julius Randle. Quentin Grimes hitting big shots. And the Knicks will go for the sweep at Chicago on Friday night. We'll see you then, everybody.